Hi everyone, Hallie Cottis here with Whole Lifestyle Nutrition, author of Natural Solutions for Cleaning and Wellness. And today I want to do something totally different. I would love to share my story with you and why and how I have learned to live such a natural lifestyle. So if it's okay with you, I have to really go back into my childhood to tell my story. And it all roots back to my mom and dad. They lived in the city. And my dad's job, it was in the farming field, was bringing him to the rural countryside of Holmes County. And in Holmes County is the largest Amish community. And for those of you who don't know about Amish believe in living a simpler lifestyle without the use of modern amenities. So they don't drive cars; they use a horse and buggy, or they don't they grow their own food, they grow their own herbs, they clean naturally, they embody every part of a natural lifestyle. So what's really cool about that is that my parents decided to move in with an Amish family. So the first 5 years that we lived in Holmes County, we lived with an Amish family, and we learned so much about living a natural lifestyle, whether it be them teaching us how to clean naturally, or whether it was taking the herbs that they were growing and using them to treat health issues that we were suffering with. And so we just really kind of really adopted this natural way of living. And so it wasn't just the Amish that really influenced our family, but it was also my grandmother. And my grandmother, she used natural solutions growing up. She like, it was just little things, like when we went to grandma's house and had too many cookies, which we all do at grandma's, right? She had natural remedies for a magic potion, as we called it as kids, to get rid of that stomach ache. And then she would use a natural solution to get rid of the bee sting that would take care of the sting. Whether it be vinegar, and rub it on it would take care of the sting immediately. It was her natural solutions also that influenced the way we grew up. So my mom, after 5 years, we continued to just live that natural lifestyle. We cooked from scratch. We really lived that. I wanted to live a life full of good health. And my mom wanted our family to live a life full of good health. But what was more important that was when I got older, I wanted to be able to protect my family so that they could live a healthy lifestyle too. And so this was very, very important to me. But I hit a wall. We all hit walls in our journey of life, right? So I went off to college. And I moved out of Holmes County, and I went off, and I looked around me, and it was odd that I was living, people weren't living the natural lifestyle that I was, and they seemed to be doing okay. So I went ahead and adopted some of these not so natural ways of living, and thought that it was okay to bring chemicals into my home, or it was okay to eat foods that were laced with chemicals, not organic, and we didn't grow ourselves. It was easier, to be honest with you. I was just like, okay, everyone else is doing it, they seem to be fine. So I just adopted these poor lifestyle choices, whether it be for our environment or whether it be for natural remedies. I went ahead and used pharmaceuticals, and I just, embodied this new lifestyle that really I thought was working for me. Well, after college, I went ahead and I married my husband, and we went from 0 kids to 3. Yes, I have a set of twins, 3 beautiful girls in 19 months. And it was just like, okay, I've got that family I've always dreamed of. And even though I was bringing chemicals into my home, I still thought that I was protecting them. And I still felt like they were living in a safe environment. But everything changed. Everything changed one afternoon when my daughter, I was in my kitchen, and I had a bucket full of bleach because I was disinfecting, because I wanted my kids to be on this floor that was clean and disinfected, and I think I had other chemicals. I'm not exactly sure which chemicals. And I was mopping the floor. And I had one child that was learning how to walk, and 2 that were crawling. And in a split second, you guys, it happened so fast. I heard something, and I turned around with the mop in my hand, and I looked down, and there is my daughter, and she has her hands in the bucket of chemicals, and one of her hands is right up by her mouth. And I was like, I gasped. I was like, oh my God, did she put that in her mouth? Oh my God, did she drink that? I mean, oh, it happened so quick. So anyways, I contacted Poison Control, and thankfully, everything turned out okay. But at that, it could have been so worse. It could have just been a tragedy. And at that moment, everything changed for me. I mean, I had this epiphany that this is why the Amish were teaching me how to use natural solutions. This is why my mom really threw herself into a natural lifestyle. This is why my grandma was teaching me how to do things naturally. This was I needed to start using natural solutions to protect my family. I mean, it had to happen. So I had a plan. I had a plan to take all these natural solutions that were taught to me by the Amish, by my mom, by my grandmother, and I was going to bring them and compile them and put them all in one place so that I could share them with the world, because I didn't want anything like that just happened to me. I didn't want that to happen to anyone else. So, I started to put things together and so that it could improve our living environment. But there was a problem. I ran into another problem, and one of my other daughters had a issue with her health, and she had a skin disorder. And we went to the doctors, and the doctor was giving us medicine after medicine, and it was getting worse. And so I sat there and I thought, okay, wait a minute. How would we have dealt with this back when I grew up? And we would have used herbs, and so I did. We used the herbs, and we naturally treated her skin disorder. And so I was just like, okay, great. So we'll go ahead and add health remedies in, and we'll to the natural solutions, and we'll add cleaning tips in. And I'm going to share this on my website. Thankfully, I had a platform that I could share all these natural solutions. So I started publishing them, and I was putting out as much information as I could out there. And it's funny how the universe works, because ironically, one day I opened my email, and right in front of me was an email from a publishing company, and they happened to stumble upon one of my natural solutions that in my story, and they asked if I wanted to share all these natural remedies and these natural solutions in a book. And I was like, are you kidding? Yes, of course. So I spent the next 2 years developing and putting these testing them again, and bringing everything I had learned in my childhood, in my life, throughout my life, to live naturally into this book. And that's how the Natural Solutions for Cleaning and Wellness book was brought into this world. And so I was so excited, because I was able to share this information with other moms, with other people who wanted to live a more natural lifestyle. But the biggest transformation for me was, not only was I able to help other people, but I was able to provide a safe environment and a safe life for my children, so that they could live a long and healthy life too. So that is kind of my story on why I'm so passionate about a natural lifestyle, why I'm so passionate about natural solutions, and why I'm so passionate about sharing this information with you. That's my story, you guys. Just thought I'd share that with you. Bye-bye.